DJs and Entertainment is here with Mr. Sean Tyler. What is that thing?
This is a Casio SK1.
Why do you have that?
So in high school, I was in a band called the New Dimension Band. Now, I did not play keyboard. I was vocalist and one of the drummers. But this brought back a lot of memories because New Dimension definitely had one of these. And Tommy North, Michael Cozart, and Kendrick Breckenridge manned these mostly. But wow, when I saw it, I was like, ooh, flashback. No, the beginning of music for me probably happened as a very young child growing up in a house where music was a constant.
Okay.
There wasn't a holiday or a Sunday gathering at grandma's house where there was not music playing. And I hear certain songs that takes me right back to certain days or certain holidays or a certain place and time. And as a kid, I don't know if I was cognizant of what I was listening to and absorbing, but I obviously was. And it was all genres. It was not like, mostly Temptations or mostly George Benson. I mean, there was Monk, there was Nat King Cole, there was so much music of all different types. And then just listening to it and loving it and soaking it all in and listening to all the parts. And I tell the story about when I was 11. And I know that because of the albums that I was listening to. The summer before I turned 12, I spent most of the day listening to 4 albums.
What were the albums?
The albums were Al Jarreau. There was a Bob James album. There was a Main Ingredient album. And there was, I can't think of what the 4th album was off the top of my
Hey folks, this is DJ V with DJs and Entertainment. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, DJ V NKC. It's just that simple. So if you're listening to me and you're not seeing me, DJ V NKC will bring up DJs and Entertainment. So please like and subscribe. I'm going to count to 5. Give you time to hit that subscribe and that like button. 1 D&E, 2 D&E, 3 D&E, 4 D&E, 5 DJs and Entertainment.
I didn't even know I could sing for real. So what happened was 7th grade year, there was a teacher, Miss Ann Brown, may she rest in peace. She was the vocal music teacher at St. Martin de Porres. And one day after school, I'm walking down the hallway headed out the building, and she goes, Mr. Tyler, I need you here tomorrow after school for choir trials.
Why?
What? She goes, yeah, we're having choir trials tomorrow, and I need you to stay and audition for the choir. I'm like, I can't sing. I don't know what that's about. She goes, be here tomorrow. So I'm like, okay. So luckily I listened to the advice. I didn't know what to sing. So my mom was a huge Whispers and Peabo Bryson fan. And Luther Vandross. So those 3 artists, any song, I knew every last word, every last nuance, every last ad lib. I knew it all. So the Whispers, If You Just Say Yes, was a really big record at the time.
Still is.
Yeah. So again, private Catholic school. I don't know if you know about the Whispers Say Yes, but they're trying to get a woman to say yes to some stuff. So it's the next day, it's after school, I'm trying out, and I'm singing this song. And the bridge goes, have you ever been kissed round your back and down to your navel? Your navel. I'm willing and I'm able. So I'm starting to sing this part. And of course, one of the nuns is like, okay, that's it. Stop. Didn't know I could act either. So I get the lead role. I'm Charlie Brown. It's a dinner theater for the school, and it's 4 performances, I think. And I don't know, because I don't remember how well I did, but I must have been the greatest Charlie Brown in the history of this production, because here we are. I'm about to be 54, and parents still call me Charlie Brown. Literally.
That's all right.
And I spent decades on the radio, so, you know,
You remember for Charlie Brown.
I'm
That's how you
remembered
got
for
out.
Charlie Brown.
So DJs in Entertainment, we want to give out shout out to Charlie Brown.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're a good man,
Sean
Charlie.
Tyler.
Yeah. So, and that led to the next year, another school production of The Wiz, and my grandmother wanted to keep me in the arts because that was the time where crack became prevalent.
Yes.
And gangs, because the movie Colors made its way to Kansas City around the same time. So she wanted to make sure that I was nowhere near any of that street stuff. So she wanted to keep me involved in the arts. And she signed me up for a class at Miller Marley Dance School. And this dance school is teamed up with Starlight Theater. And when they do local productions at Starlight, they always cast for Miller Marley. And I get cast in... This is 1984, 83, 84. And I get cast in a production of Annie. No, Oliver first, and then Annie. Or Annie, then Oliver at the Starlight Theater. So I did 2 summers of theater at Starlight. And again, didn't know I could act, didn't know I could sing. And that's where I guess my real love for music and live performance and stuff came from.
This is Vincent Irving, aka DJ V. Hope you're enjoying this interview with Mr. Sean Tyler. We're getting ready to dive into what everybody knows Mr. Tyler, and that's from the radio. It was a very big deal back in that day. It would be equivalent to going viral on the internet now. So please share, like, and subscribe. DJs in Entertainment, that would be DJ VNKC on YouTube. Peace.
87, 88, because senior in high school, I ended up doing, because I used to work at a clothing store called Wild West Fashions on 35th and Prospect. And KPRS, Freddie Bell, used to do live broadcasts from the store. And me and Suleiman Salam, Lincoln alum, worked at the store together, and he got me involved in doing character voices. So we're just entertaining customers and doing what we do. So the radio station's there. Freddie sees us, goes, "Hey, have you guys ever thought about doing bits on the radio?" And we don't even know what that means. So Freddie was like, "All right, one Saturday, come in, I'll show you what to do. We'll record and make some stuff." So Suleiman and I developed some characters for Freddie Bell and Diane Devereaux's morning show at the time on KPRS, because it wasn't Hot 103 Jams yet.
Nope.
And we did. And every morning before class, I would go to the radio station and we'd put in these bits for their morning show, and then I'd go to school, and then one thing led to another, and ended up interning and then being on the air almost like that.
Right.
So I told you about the character voices in Freddie and Diane's morning show. So summer comes, and this is 90, and I'm interning in the music department, and Chris King, may he rest in peace, was the music director at the time. So I'm in the music library, and somehow talks of being on air part-time happens. So great. I go on the air doing weekends and late nights, Phil, as a part-timer. KPRS was in Crown Center for a very long time, and they were about to move to a new facility. They purchased their own standalone building in the south part of KC. So a little KC radio history. I was the last DJ physically on the air in the building at Crown Center when they pulled the plug and made the switch to the new building in South KC. And I was the first jock on the air over there.
Wow. I forgot about that. They were.
Yeah. So when we make that move to South Kansas City, I'm part-time on air, and I'm the assistant promotions director under Rich McCulley. So that means I'm helping to set up at all live broadcasts and do that kind of stuff. So it's a Saturday and one of the jocks didn't show up for the live broadcast at this car dealership. Shout out to Ted Heater Sr. and Ted Heater Jr. from CarSmart. They had a car dealership that was just south of the radio station, and the jock doesn't show up. So I have to do the live broadcast, and I've never done a live broadcast before. So I set up, they give me the copy points, I'm on. 60 seconds to get in, get out, and do what you got to do. The following Monday, I find out that the car dealership had never sold that many cars before the live broadcast. So Mr. Ted Heater called the radio station or came up there. I don't know how that part went down, but I was told that the story went like, hey, this young kid, we want him back because we'd never sold that many cars before on a Saturday, and we want him to be our guy. And I was like, well, he's not really on air. He's just a part-timer. It's like, well, either put him on air or we're not going to we'll take our money someplace else. Next thing I know, I'm full on air overnights. And every Saturday I'm at CarSmart. So maybe a year or so doing overnights, and they see a spike in the numbers from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And 6 a.m. is when the morning show starts. 6 a.m., the numbers go back down. And somehow, some way, the owner is talking to the PD and was like, hey, we need this kid to be on the morning show because these numbers are ridiculous and he's doing so well, and the morning show is supposed to be the show. So next thing I know, I'm part of the Breakfast Jam. Right. And the rest is history.
Nixon Irving, aka DJ V, host of D&E. Hope you are enjoying this interview with Mr. Sean Tyler. Did a whole quarter century with Carter Broadcasting, which is the oldest black-owned radio station here in America. So stay tuned to find out how that departure occurred for sure. But next episode, because I think this is going to be a 3-parter, we're going to find out how life was before the radio station. Because this brother, he can sing. He got a few pipes on him, so stay tuned. If you're listening, become a member. DJVNKC. Those letters exactly. I'm going to say it one more time. DJVNKC. Subscribe, like, and share. Tell people about it who would like to find out some history of some icons, some legends, some superstars within this Midwest area and beyond.
All right. DJs and Entertainment is here with Walter Edwin, a.k.a. The Popper, a.k.a. Don Dilla, a.k.a. where we at?
Walt Lee. The Got You Niggas Running for Cover Man, the Lyrical Kevorkian,
everything.
Buck Nutty.
So, with all those names, is that a different personality or a different rapper that comes with those names?
Walter Lee, that's my mama's nickname. Middle name is Lee, so Walt Lee. And then I used to work for the Twins up at Mills Appeals, and people didn't want to throw food away that had been left over, right. And they used to be like, "Man, somebody come done deal it," like one of the workers. Right. So people were scared, and I'd be like, "Shit, I'll do it." So they started calling me, "Where's the Dun Dilla?" I was like, "That's a cold rap name."
It is. So let me pause right there. You mentioned Mills Appeals, man. Now that's a Kansas City icon. But what year was that, man?
Ooh, that was in 92.
Early 90s?
Yeah, that was in 92.
Right there off Truce near 63rd, near Meyer. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.